Hi, my name's Avery and I love books! Hi everyone, so today I'm going to be telling you all about all of the books that I read in July. In total, I read 7 books this month, which is really exciting, yay! I'm happy about that number, so yay. So let's get started. The first book that I read this month was Master of Crows by Grace Draven. This is another reread for me because I was going to read it in preparation of her second book, which I had not read yet until this month. It's been out for a while, but I just haven't read it yet. And I read it in preparation for that, and I loved it just as much as the first time. And basically, this is a romance fantasy book, in my opinion. That's how I categorize it. I'm not for sure what other people categorize it as. But basically, we have Silhara of Neath, and he is called the Master of Crows, which means he is this very powerful mage, which is a magician kind of, in their world. And there are these people called the Conclave, which is kind of like their priests, kind of, in their land. And one of the main Conclave priests has this slave named Martise. And the priest believes that Martise has a hidden gift in her, since most people in that area have a gift of some sort of magical kind. And he believes that her has not surfaced yet, and so he sends her to Silhara of Neath to see if he can awaken that gift. But the priest sends Martise there for other reasons as well, to be a spy. And basically, we have wit and banter between the two main characters, Silhara and Martise, and I love this story so much. Oh, it's one of my favorites. Grace Draven is an amazing writer. I love her. Just the whole story of Silhara and Martise, it gets me in the feels so much. And I gave the first book a 5 out of 5 stars. And so the second book that I read this month was The Brush of Black Wings, also by Grace Draven. This is the continuation of Silhara and Martise's story after book 1. I didn't quite enjoy this book as the first one. I ended up giving it 4 out of 5 stars, not 5 out of 5 stars, just because I wanted more. It was maybe only like 100 pages, and the first book was like 400 pages, and I just wanted more. But it came out like a while ago, like a few years ago, and she still hasn't made another book for it. But she did come out with a set of novellas, which is the third book that I read this month, which is called The Lover of Thorns and Holy Gods. This is a set of 3 novellas, and I read 2 of them, and I thoroughly enjoyed both of these novellas. I gave the book overall a 4 out of 5 stars, just because, again, I wanted more. Each novella was maybe 10 pages. So the first one was about Ildiko and Brishan, who are from the Wraith King series, which I've already read, and I've stated in my previous videos that I love so much, and I really enjoyed their novella. And the second novella that I read was about Silhara and Martise, and it is set after the second book, and I love that one. It was so cute. Oh my god. And the third novella I did not read because I did not want to spoil myself, because that is based off of one of her other books called Entreat Me, which I believe is a Beauty and the Beast retelling in like a fantasy romance land, and I hope to get to that one soon. And the next book that I read was Corva, the Perfect Bride from the Brides of Paradise Island by Mary Farmer. This is the first book in the series, and I thought it was really cute. I was looking on Amazon for free Kindle books, because why not just get free Kindle books? And so I downloaded it on my phone. I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars and thought it was really cute. We have our main character, Corva, and she is from a house of women who have been rescued from an abusive life of some sort. And there's this man in charge of the house, and he has set out a task to try and have these women have better lives. And so he lives in this town, and he has decided to have all these girls be matched up with the men in his town. And so Corva, in order to escape her past, has been a mail order bride to Franklin, who is a ranch farmer, and he has undergone a bunch of traumatic instances in his life. He has to wear braces on his legs, and he kind of hates himself in a way. He wants to give Corva a better life. He thinks that that would be good to give someone a better life, but he doesn't really believe that he deserves her because he is crippled, and this is their story trying to connect and actually fall in love and become husband and wife, and for him to realize that he can actually be a really good person. I thoroughly enjoyed this book. I thought it was really cute. It was short, and I was looking for something short to read, and this sparked my interest. And the next book that I read was The Princess Saves Herself in This One by Amanda Lovelace. So this is a collection of poetry, basically told from Amanda Lovelace's point of view, and the title kind of explains itself. This is basically about like her journey from abuse to like hating herself to loving herself and for other people to love her, and it's amazing. I related to the author on so many levels. I felt like she was in my mind. It was so weird. It was breathtakingly beautiful, like beautiful writing. I've even written some of these poems on a piece of cardstock, and I've made it into like a pretty font, and I framed it, and I'm gonna put it up in my dorm room. So yes, I am in love with her poetry, and I hope to see more of her work soon because I would eat it up. I, of course, gave this a 5 out of 5 stars. The next book that I read was I Remember You by Kathleen David Bell. I actually have a book talk on this if you want to check that out. It will be linked down below for you. I don't really have all that much to say about this book. It was a meh book for me. We have this girl named Juliet who has met this boy named Lucas in her school. They are very different. He is planning to go into the Marines while she is a straight A student on the debate team, and they meet, and he swears to her that he remembers their first kiss and a bunch of their fights and them just being together, but they've never done any of that stuff. So it's basically her journey, whether to decide if she believes Lucas or not, and I get into more of my thoughts in my review if you want to check that out. But I ended up giving this a 2.523 stars. I was very confused while reading this book. It frustrated me a lot. And the last book that I read this month was Devil of the Highlands by Lindsay Sands. So I love historical romance books. Yes, the covers can be quite cheesy, as you can see here, and I definitely don't read these in public. But they are so cute nonetheless. I love historical romance, and I can't get enough of it. In this story, we have our main character, which I cannot pronounce her name, so let's call her E, because her first name starts with an E. But basically, we have E, who is in a abusive home, kind of. Her stepmother, kind of it's kind of like a Cinderella story, if you think about it. Her father has passed away, and her brother is off in war, and she has to stay with her evil stepmother, who enjoys punishing her, and is just awful. And then one day, the king of their land believes that E should be married. And so the stepmother, Edda, believes that she can set E up with the most dangerous man in their land. And so she sets her up with a man basically called the Devil of their lands, and he is rumored to have killed all of his family, which is scary. So E is a little bit scared when she hears that she is basically betrothed to the Devil of their lands, but she also believes that this will be a new fresh start for him to get away from her evil stepmother. And so she meets this devil named Cullen, and they get married, and it is about them trying to be husband and wife, and for her to realize that he may not be the devil, and for him to realize that he needs to give her a chance. It was really cute. I read it in 2 days, and it just flew by for me, and I love these kinds of books, and I can't wait to get into more of them, and I ended up giving this book a 4 out of 5 stars. So there you go. Those are all of the books that I read in July. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you have read any of these books, let me know down below. I would love to know, and we can start up a chat about them. Or if you are interested in any of these books, also let me know down below as well. And I hope to see y'all soon with a new video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. I love it. I connected to her on... Oh my god, my neighbor just hit my other neighbor's car. Oh my god. Ah! I'm trying not to look at them. I'm trying not to look at them. I'm trying not to look at them. That's totally awkward. Oh my god.